G'day and welcome back to RC Model Reviews for the first not-so-weekly news of 2017, and I hope you've all enjoyed your little holiday break. Here in the Southern Hemisphere, it's spring. Yeah, honestly, it's not summer, it's spring. Look, I've got my winter shirt on because it's so damn cold today. And again, we've got some, 28 km/h winds blowing right across the runway, but hey, sometimes summer's like that. But everyone's bitching around here about the cold and the wind and sometimes the rain too. Never mind, let's get on with the news. What have I got? Well, hey, every year I get a couple of calendars. Someone from Australia, I can't remember the name, sends me one of the Australian Met Service calendars, which are really, really good. And I've showed you those in the past. And I think I've got, this is last year's one here. I don't have this year's one because I took it home to show the old Sheila. And I haven't brought it back yet, but it's got these really cool pictures. Wonderful calendar. Anyway, they sent me another one for 2017. Thank you so much. Really enjoy that. And of course, the other calendar I get is from Luca. And Luca is from, let me read it because I'm old enough here, Slovenia. Slovenia, it says on the box, Slovenia. And originally, I think the first calendar he sent me arrived waterlogged, and it looked a bit like this. You can see the water damage, but it was a great, whoops. Oh no, I've smashed it. Hang on. That was a great calendar. Look, brilliant aviation pictures, and Luca takes all these photos himself, which makes it even more, interesting because it's not just something off the shelf. This is a calendar Luca has produced himself, and this year he's done it again, and he sent me another calendar for 2017. Look, and it's full of aviation pictures, and of course, because it is from Slovenia, where there's a massive shortage of the letter Y in Slovenia, so that's January. There you go. Actually, I think that's just the Slovenian word for January. They just shortchanged just on the Y. But hey, that's great. So, and this year, instead of sticking it in an envelope so it gets bent and mutilated and wet, put it in one of these cardboard tubes. But Pixies strike again. It only had one of those little end caps on it. And I've lost the other one. But the little end cap. So luckily, it seems to have all arrived intact, because included with the calendar were some very nice prints of some of the other stuff. Like this is a Edge 540 and a Galeb G2 flying side by side. And these are some, pretty sure this is Luca's picture, Luca's camera work. Bloody brilliant. So I might actually get those either framed up or just stick them on the wall because they look really nice. Thank you, Luca. Really, really happy. And as an aside, he sent me in this letter as well, and with a picture of himself and a model he's building. I'm going to hold this up to the calendar because I think English is not Luca's first language. And you can probably figure that out by this letter. I had a good chuckle. Thank you so much, Luca. It made my day. Here, I'll hold this up here, pause it and read it if you like. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Anyway, this is a model he's designed and built himself. And, as you can see on the back, it's old school. It's balsa. And I think he says here somewhere, I have them as a kit. He has these as a kit. So he didn't send me any more information on how you can get hold of them if you want to. But hey, if you want a built-up wing, this looks pretty damn cool. And with the interest in wings at the moment, every man and his dog's flying wings, so they're a bit like mini-quads really, aren't they? Everyone has them. It might be worth looking at this. So hey, thank you, Luca, for the pictures and the calendar. And he also sent me something I've lost as well, a little, here we go, I found it, his little card, ta-da, with a calendar on the back. Yeah, sweet. Thank you, Luca. Now, what else has come in over the break? I got this. There you go. It's the Holybro Shuriken 180 Pro. See, Pro, P-R-O. So this is an upgrade of the original 180, I suppose. And what have they done? Well, four-bladed props. Okay. But it also has a CCD camera. I think the original had a CMOS. Now, it was okay, but CMOS, the cheaper ones, this has got CCD, so I'll be very interested to see how well the CCD camera works in this. And also, they have beta flight on it now. I think the last one had clean flight. This has got beta flight, so this is going to be an interesting comparison to the original 180, which is about to wing its way to one of our Patreon supporters, because I've given a bit of stuff away on Patreon. I'll be giving some more away because I'm having the tidy up to end all tidy ups. I know I've said it before, but I bought a whole lot of these plastic bins. Look, bin, I see, I've been shopping. Bought a whole lot of these bins, and the best way to keep this place going is at the end of every month, I'm going to scoop the entire contents of the bench into a bin, put a date on it, stick it against the wall. So we'll have a chronological review of the bench contents over the year. Well, that's the plan. But actually, seriously, I'm going to be sending a lot more stuff off to my Patreon supporters, because they're the people who have made this channel possible. You probably, if you've been watching big time YouTubers like PewDiePie and so forth, they're all bitching and grizzling about, oh, you know, I'm losing subscribers and I'm not getting the views I got because my videos aren't being recommended anymore. And, you know, so YouTube changed their algorithms and everybody's suffering a hit. But if you've got a fail video or a something with a really, really, you know, catchy thumbnail, you'll get heaps of views. But regular sort of people like myself who work away steadily trying to produce quality videos over a long period of time, we don't seem to get much benefit from the new algorithms. But hey, that means revenues are down, definitely down. It's even worse from where I am because revenues are generated in US dollars and they're paid in New Zealand dollars. So the currency conversion is important, and the New Zealand dollar is ridiculously strong. So I'm getting less money because although the US dollars have dropped a bit, the New Zealand dollar has gone up so much, so the money I get in my pocket is even less. So the Patreon supporters have come to the rescue by tithing, or just sending a little bit of money every month. It makes a fantastically large difference, makes it just viable where it wasn't viable before. So I thank you all. I thank you all. And if you're not a Patreon supporter, no pressure. If you want to, do it. If you don't, don't. Okay. Because my goal is to present information and just make enough money to survive in doing so. And I'm doing that at the moment. Excellent. Right. What else? Anything else? Oh, yes. Yes. Here we go. Can you read that? Hopefully it's not focused on my face. It'll focus on that. Ooh. It's the new Runcam Swift 2. Swift 2. Not just Swift 1, but Swift 2 from Runcam. And they have airtight boxes. You can't get the lids off. Anyway, I'm going to be taking a look at this very shortly. Runcam 2. There's not two of them in there, there's only one, but they come with two bodies, which is kind of cool. And I'm going to look at that. It's got some interesting features. It's got an onboard, it's got an OSD. I'm not a fan of OSDs. I like bareback FPV, but this is the minimal OSD. It's not minim OSD, it's a minimal OSD. It just has voltage and time and your name. So, hey, that's pretty cool. It means that you can keep an eye on things like your flight pack voltage and how many minutes you've been, or hasn't you turned it on. But that's great because you can turn off what you don't want, so that's great, it doesn't get in the way. And I'm looking at this, I've got a few mini quads which don't have telemetry. I'll put one of these in that and see how they go. I expect it'll be very similar to the regular Runcam Swift. I think all the basic electronics are the same, they've just whacked in an OSD and some extra bits of firmware so you can adjust things. Great, thank you. Stay tuned, that'll be coming up very, very soon in one of my fixed wing builds because the fixed wing builds are going on. I've got heaps of stuff going on the build board. And as you've seen, that there's a bit more fixed wing stuff on RC Model Reviews. Yay! So if you want to see something reviewed and it's a fixed wing, let me know and I'll do my best to get one and to review it for you. But as I say, also we've still got plenty of mini quad stuff coming through, so hopefully we'll please everybody. It's impossible, but I'll try. And that's about it for another Not So Weekly news. Bit of a hurry because I've got so much to do. And I had a lot of people through the workshop in the studio over the holiday break. People dropping in to see firsthand what they see on YouTube. And if you're passing through this part of the world, feel free to drop in. Drop me a line. Let me know when you're coming and we'll give you a tour. You can get a selfie at the bench. A lot of people got a selfie at the bench. It's great. So thanks for watching. Questions, comments in the usual place. Now I'm going to get back to the bins. Bye for now.